This is the story of a ghostwriter, a ghostly hand writing on the wall, frightening a king. From Daniel chapter 5. King Belshazzar gave a big party for 1,000 of his officials. They were all drinking wine when King Belshazzar ordered his servants to bring the gold and silver cups. These were the cups taken from the temple of God in Jerusalem. Together, all the people drank from them and gave praises to their gods, which were just idols. They were having a good time when all of a sudden, from the dark room, a person's hand appeared and began writing on the wall. The ghostly fingers scratched words in the plaster of the castle wall near the lampstand. The king was watching as the hand wrote, "Many, many tekel you parson." King Belshazzar was so afraid. His face became white from fear, and his knees shook and knocked together. His legs were so weak he couldn't even stand. The king called for his magicians, but no one could tell him what those words meant. What were the words from the ghostly hand? He called for his wise men, but even they didn't know. The king grew even more afraid and worried. His mother went to him and said that there was a man who had the spirit of the holy gods in him. She told him that his grandfather Nebuchadnezzar, he had put this man in charge of all the wise men. His name was Daniel. If anyone could tell him what the words meant, it was Daniel. So the king called for Daniel, and he said, "Please, please tell me what these words mean." Daniel said, "God made your grandfather Nebuchadnezzar a great and powerful king, but he became proud and stubborn, so it was taken away from him. His royal throne was taken from him, and he went on crazy, acting like an animal. He lived with the wild donkeys and ate grass like an ox. All of this happened until he learned his lesson. He learned that the God Most High rules over human kingdoms. But you, King Belshazzar, you already knew this and still have not made yourself humble. Instead, you turned against the God of heaven, ordering the drinking cups from his temple be brought to you. Then you all drank from them and praised your idols. You didn't honor God. So because of that, God wrote on the wall, 'Many.' It means God has counted the days until your kingdom will end. Tekel. You have been weighed on the scales and found not good enough. You parson. Means your kingdom is being taken from you and it will be divided." That very same night, King Belshazzar was killed. Don't dishonor God.